expecting you.
That's good.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. So welcome to your first session, where we'll be looking at Sheik a bit, and specifically versus Marth. Are you excited?
I am excited.
That's good to hear. So there's one thing that I want to go over quickly about question 2, because I think that you might have missed the point of the question. That's okay.
Okay.
So I asked you, like, if each of the, like, let's say you have 3 players. I'm asking who beats who. Like, as in, like, who beats, like, which does, if the undershooter fights the overshooter or the whiff punisher, who wins between, how does the undershooter do against those two? For this purposes of this, we'll say they're all playing Marth and the undershooter's doing nair and down tilt in plays. Overshooter's doing running up, like, run cancel F smash, so, like, run forward, pass the opponent F smash, like tip or F smash. The whiff punisher's doing dash dance grab.
Yeah. I mean, this is interesting. I mean, my instinct is that undershooter beats with Punisher, but loses to overshooter.
Why?
I mean, I just feel like, at least in my perspective as Fox, it's pretty hard to beat people overshooting or undershooting with punishes unless you're hard reading it. I'm just thinking about like Fox versus Marth. It's like a kind of a harder situation to deal with.
Okay. I also think I'm getting a bit of an echo. Do you have, like, how are you, like, what's your audio setup like?
I have a mic. I have a weird mic I'm using. I mean, I could switch over to my laptop if you think that's better.
Do you have, like, so okay, so do you have headphones on, or, like, because I think I'm hearing me.
Oh, yeah, I can turn down the audio a little bit. No, I don't have headphones though. I only use speakers.
Gotcha. No worries. I've worked with this before. If we can just, like, turn the audio coming out down just a smidge, I think that would do, like, that would be perfect.
So I'll turn your audio down a little bit.
Awesome.
Let me know how this is.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay?
Blah, 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 echo, echo. Yep, we're perfect. We are good.
Okay. Let me know if it changes.
Yeah, for sure. So let's talk about Marth. Let's talk about Fox Marth, because that's an interesting one. So when you're thinking of a whiff punish, like, what are you trying to whiff punish from Marth?
I mean, as Fox, I'm looking to set up my dash dance to kind of be in position to whiff punish down tilts. I'm looking to, in certain situations, I mean, Nair is an easy one to whiff punish. And then fair is a little trickier, but that's something I'll look out for too. But I'd say down tilt and nair were things I was more looking to whiff punish. And if they whiff a grab, trying to run up and grab me, then I'll be on the lookout for that too.
Yeah, and I think that, like, what we have here is some moves are easier to do it on than others. Like, I would say if we had to order them, grab is the easiest, then nair, then probably fair, then probably down tilt, something like that.
Oh, yeah, sounds about right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I would say that, like, from my perspective, the Marth that's running up... I can't imagine how overshooting beats undershooting, because the Marth running up and doing, like, run cancel F smash, right? He's, like, doing a slower move that is aimed to catch a retreat movement. So if the guy's just attacking in place all the time, like, he's just going to run into the fence, right?
Yeah, sure.
So I think that one thing that we might want to think about is like, with punishing in this game is a lot like... Do you play other fighting games?
No, I only play Melee.
Okay. So something about Melee is that whiff punishing is done preemptively in the sense that we have to set up our movement for it. But, like, once we actually are in the movement, Melee's engine allows us a lot of flexibility with how we work with that movement. Like, I think a really good example of this would be Fox's full hop, which kind of can be used for this, like, purpose. Like, the air is a really important part of, like, the whiff punishing system because we have such dynamic movement out of it with our, like, fastball timings, mix-ups, double jumps, and among other things. So, like, down tilt, you're saying down tilt's hard to whiff punish. I say it's actually really easy to whiff punish, but we just can't do it from the air.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
I mean, let me think. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, there's ways you can do it from the air. Like you do it as Sheik, like if you jump over, like you'll jump over at a spacing, anticipating down tilt, and if they run up and down tilt you, then you slap them, you know?
Yeah, I would say with Sheik, a big one is like jumping around low moves. Like,
Yeah.
because of her high short hop, like a lot of times, like that's one of the ways you get openings on Peach.
Okay.
Yeah. So I see that you sent a video. The only thing is that like it looks like this video is 25 seconds. Is this all you wanted to watch?
It's a playlist, so I can do the video afterwards.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so that's...
I don't know what happened with the recording, but yeah, that's weird.
So, perfect. So the only reason I wanted to go over that question is because, for me, the three of those like timing and like they basically represent different ways we can do our attacks. Like there is one where we can do them proactively to like protect space or box people out. We can also do them reactively to like punish and to set ourselves up to punish and effectively go second. And then finally we have like callouts for like the movements themselves. And I think the three of them exist in a sort of rock paper scissors system, where like undershooting, great versus people trying to call out our movement because we're not moving, we're just guarding our zone. Overshooting, very good versus whiff punishing. We have to like set it up right, but it's a really powerful way that we can capitalize on a movement, on like reading a movement. And then finally you've got like you've got whiff punishing, which is like really the premier way to like, even if we can't punish directly, a lot of characters set up offense. Like Spacey's are a great example. Like even if we can't punish directly, getting low nair initiation on somebody who's forced to shield or crouch, like that's really, really powerful.
For sure.
So like I want us to just kind of like keep that in mind as we head into this, because that's really like a big part of Sheik. She's one of like the characters who plays the fundamental game systems like really effectively. That's one of her strengths. Okay. So that's just one of the like that's something that we're going to want to make sure that we're like representing in our play.
Okay.
Yep. So talk to me. What's the plan in this one? From what have you got so far for like how you beat this guy?
For how I beat this player right now, from watching him right now?
No, just like the Marth. Just we're not worried about like.
Oh, okay. I mean, I've been thinking about like using needles more as a way to get closer to Marth, because you know he'll short hop or he'll shield, and then you know that gets, because you don't want to be like outside of the tipper fair range or out of the tipper range in general. So I've been thinking about how to get closer. So needles is how I'm thinking about that. And then from there, it's kind of uncomfortable for him, and you're looking to see if you can find a grab. And then, you know, down throw punishes from there.
Yeah, I'm noticing he's on the ground a lot, and we haven't gone for a grab yet. Or, like, needles. Like, we haven't really gone for, like, a lot of the things I'd expect us to go for. So, like, I noticed we're going for a lot of aerials, which would make sense which makes sense sometimes, but, like, we're not really using the most, like, powerful early game tools that Sheik has to offer. Like, this grab is so powerful. We didn't really know what to do with it, but, like, it's the only thing in her kit that just straight up beats crouch canceling and ASDI down, right? So we have to, and because he's at 0, he's strongly incentivized to do that. So what was the plan here? So hit this nair and then what?
Yeah, I mean, I know I'm supposed to like either you know, read tech in place of like an up tilt or waveland read it, but I think I was getting beat so much in the session that I was just kind of like, let me do something kind of fun and see what happens. But I think I was looking for like nair into back air. But
okay.
Yeah, I think that, but trying to be more disciplined and either just like go for the up tilt tech in place reader, go for the waveland, and then grab one of the tech rolls.
You could just up smash him.
Or you can. Oh, yeah, that's true. Also.
Yeah, like he's so low to the ground here, right? So like, there's a few ways to approach this. I personally on these platform heights, because there's two platform heights. It's this one and the one lower than this one. That, because I think there's like what 5 Fountain of Dreams platform heights, 4 something like that. It's around that. For the 2 lowest ones, up smash is very good, especially in early game, because a lot of times when you hit the tipped up smash. It's easy for them for their ACB or their like limbs to get caught in the second hit on the lower one, and on this like especially if they're trying to smash DI for up tilt or something like that, because remember that's like a sideways smash DI kind of, right? Yeah. So like if they get hit here and then they move here, then they kind of like are going into like the kill zone, which is quite good for us. Like getting 28 damage and then the weak hit of up smash as our launcher is really, really, really good.
Right.
What I'd also say makes a lot of sense here in terms of why is it so like grainy? Is that from the video? Whatever, we'll figure that out later. What I'd also say makes a lot of sense is, so you're saying go up to here and like waveland regrab, right? Like that was a thought?
Yeah.
So like, what do you think, like, so up smash can be used to cover this kind of like area in general. Like you have to place it with a dot or something along here, but like it works. What do you think, what do you think the timing for waveland regrab is like? And why would we go for it? Like what's the upside of it?
I mean, what exactly do you mean by the timing?
So what I am trying to figure out is, what reason, why is this so, I'm just going to refresh this, and hopefully, maybe I have to, I don't know why the screen is doing this. Quality, 720, no it's not, weird. So like, I guess the thing I want to know is, does it change it if I go over here? No, it's just still doing it, damn it. Whatever, we'll figure it out in spite of it. I guess the thing I want to know is, what is the, like, what is the upside to, like, waveland regrabbing here? Like, why would we do that over up smashing?
I mean, my understanding is that up smash would only cover tech in place. Mm-hmm. And if I go to waveland regrab is the option to cover tech rolls.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the advantage. Like, I understand it being like a 50-50, like, you know, tech in place and no tech up smash, and then tech rolls you could cover with waveland regrab.
Okay. Yeah, so like I think that makes some amount of sense. Okay, that didn't help it. Yeah, waveland regrab is based, so you can cover tech rolls with up smash, but it is like kind of finicky because it's an RTC. Whereas when you go up with waveland, grab, like it's a little bit more straightforward. Like if they go to either side, you with roll to either side, you basically get them. Yeah. The other nice thing about it is that the launch on the down throw is more controlled compared to the launch on the up smash, because the up smash is basically a solid hit, so it's smash DIable. And it's smash DIable, which makes it which gives the defender more control over where they go. But like, if you grab them here and they go off here, like the follow up here is very straightforward. Like we run off fair, fast fall, and then we have like he's somewhere around this general area after. So we have like, you know, maybe we forward tilt, we go for another fair, we grab him. Like it's it's better at linking into additional things in a more controlled fashion. It also has the kind of like upside of potentially leading to like bigger payoffs if they roll this way, because like Sheik can definitely edge guard this guy very early. It just depends on really what you're looking for in the stuff, looking for with your sequence. But yeah, there's kind of pros and cons to both of them. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, I think you explained my thought process behind the waveland, the waveland option.
Perfect. I think that I would probably go for up smash personally, just because I like how it lines up into no tech as well.
Yeah.
Like that. So, okay, let's walk through this. Let's walk through this interaction a bit. So, what do you think? So you do the double fair after respawning. What's the plan after this fair?
I feel he's at low percent. I mean, I feel like I could have grabbed the ledge, maybe like run out, turn left right after hitting the ground, and then grab the ledge. I also could have maybe done short hop to land on the side platform, but land with a needle and then do another needle. These are the two things that come to mind watching this.
What are your thoughts on just slapping him here?
I guess I could have.
Yeah. Because we can slap him here, fast fall, and then turn around needle store to come up and then grab the edge. We never are even in all that much danger, because he's gonna go he's gonna go pretty far away from us with it being at 48.
Yeah.
So he'll be at 59-ish after or 58-ish after they hit. If he burns his jump by going into us, he automatically dies. So that's pretty cool too. Yeah. We can one of the things that's different about Sheik here is that she can just go compared to Fox is she can just go down with attacks on those.
Word, that makes sense.
up tilt below here.
Yeah, for sure. I guess up tilt and then look out to grab him for falling off.
No, you just hit him, because like the first hit pushes him off, and the second hit.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. So we need to understand, like, so what I'm getting, the impression I'm getting is that, like, this looks like a good player Sheik, basically.
Yeah.
Like, you're using your power, like, your fundamentals that you've earned with, like, that you've learned with Fox to, like, generally do good things, but there's, like, knowledge gaps, I'm thinking, that are, like, causing us to not, like, capitalize in some of these, like, very free situations.
Yeah.
Like here, this is another, like, this is a spot.
Back air, for sure.
Yeah, if anyone is ever recovering, if you are on the ledge and actionable, and anyone is ever recovering in, like, this general vicinity.
Yeah.
Like here, let me just draw it out. It's like this box right here.
Yeah, okay.
Like, they're dead. This is back air.
Yeah.
And there's nothing they can do about it.
I've been buried here many times as Fox.
Yeah, so you know how good this is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh god. Okay, there we go. It's a little better. So let's see here. What do we have going on here? Okay, down throw. Okay, so this is a big thing about Sheik in general. It's not usually worth it to go for these kinds of DI mix-ups to potentially get the kill. If you can, like, set up a rinse and repeat with a good rinse and repeat with her, just off the strength of, like, the upfront hit. Like, if you slap him here, there's, like, he basically is always dead because the edge guard is, like, super straightforward.
I mean, I think I just meant to... I didn't mean to Bair in the first place anyway.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Like, I meant to fair, even though it looks like I had an up smash there also.
Yeah, you could have also killed him off the top. Yeah, you could have killed him off the top. It's a tight one at that percent, but, like, yeah, it definitely works. What do you think we do? So, talk to me about this. What do you think the plan is when he DIs like there?
So this one I was just like, I think I was preemptively... So there I was supposed to regrab, but I think I just, like... I'm not super confident in my reactions to the DI, so I just kind of, like, hoped that he would do a DI, like, slight in front, and then I would up tilt, but then I misinputted the up tilt and got up smash.
Gotcha. So let me teach you something. So the cool thing about Sheik's down throw is that from when she releases the opponent to when she's actionable, there's actually about, like, 20-ish frames. So
really?
Yeah. So watch. So, like...
Fucking way. Oh my god.
And remember, this is YouTube, so it's not going to be, like, perfect FPS, but, like, yeah, there's tons of time, right?
That's actually, I thought the timing was way harder.
Nope.
So it's like a free reaction? Is that what you're saying? 20 frames is a lot.
I mean, on the ambiguous DIs, it's kind of tricky, but yeah, like, on the basic directions, absolutely it's free.
Okay.
Oh, Sheik is crazy. Like...
I did not know that. That's cool.
Yeah. So, like, this is kind of one of the strengths of her, like, why her punish is so consistent relative to other characters with similar, like, options. It's because she has extra padding on her reaction. Like, it's not like Fox where you have to, like, basically throw and go. Sheik has the time to throw and observe.
Cool, okay.
Love this. You had to double jump to get that one.
Okay.
Yeah, like, you come on, you know, to...
My bad.
No, but what I'm getting at is, like, it's good to, like, hit it. So the reason it's good to double jump, even if you're going to be slightly off, is, remember, you're Sheik, right? So you have, like, big moves. If you go slightly above him...
Yeah, okay.
Like, if you go a little bit higher, let's say you do this fair because you double jump it, like, it's, like, around here, right?
Yeah.
If he jumps, what happens?
I mean, if he jumps, he's super dead.
Yeah. So does jumping help him?
It does not.
Yeah, but when we stay below him like this, we don't really like capitalize on that, right? So this is a Fox. I think this is a Fox, like, forward air,
Definitely
like aerial, because, like, yeah, we're trying to, like, tip it because we can shark him after with up air. But, like, the thing is, Sheik can be played that way. Like, this could work. But what's even better, because she just has such big, fast moves that, like, send at good angles, is to just actually get even higher up there.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
And is this, like, the type of stuff that you're, like, is this, like, being helpful? Like, is this kind of the type of stuff you were hoping for?
definitely would not think about this kind of stuff, or at least, yeah, I definitely wouldn't think about this kind of stuff for sure.
Okay, cool.
I'd pick up different things, more basic Fox things.
Mm-hmm. I feel like because you have good basics, the thing that I'm like, you're spacing around the down tilts effectively. You're like using the shield drop, like her powerful shield drop to like get counter hits. You know which aerials like you have time for. Like because you have like a solid base from like playing Fox and getting to like a fairly technical level with him. I don't feel the need to go over like the super simple stuff. But it's more about kind of trying to like appreciate where Sheik is like better than him in this one.
Yeah.
Or like what some perks of Sheik would be that Fox doesn't really like Fox doesn't use as effectively. Like that's my goal here.
Yeah. Okay.
Like one thing I would say here is Sheik uses downtime so effectively versus this ledge stally crap.
Yeah.
Because you can just charge the needles and then like store them for your next interaction.
Yeah.
So like, and then if you have them, like again, this is again going up, like going up at him, right? Because like you do this great fair to like force him to like use a recovery resource. This is a full hop fair. Because if he trades, we don't care.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like we're trying to like kill him off the top like we're Fox, but we don't have to. Like he has no jump, and we have Sheik's fair. Like, come on. Yeah. He's so dead.
Yeah.
Which Marth is this?
Mackenzie, you might know him.
Oh, I didn't recognize him as like Mackie, but like, yeah, Mackenzie, I definitely recognize that tag.
Yeah, he bodies me.
Is he one of the things that's prompted this character pick?
No, he's from France.
Okay.
He's just my training buddy.
Nice. What's the connection like?
It's doable. It's like 80 ping, but like rarely ever any problems.
Well, that's what matters, right? Like,
yeah.
If it's stable, like medium high ping, like but stable is like so much better than jittery. So.
Yeah.
It's cool though.
Wish I didn't go for the fair there. Wish I would have.
So what would you have done like let's explore that. Let's go back a bit. So what would we have done instead?
I wish I would have just gone for the grab, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, I could have gone for the fair, but I definitely wish I didn't go for the dash attack afterwards. Like, I wish I like reacted a little bit while I was running, and then made a decision there. Like, maybe I could have seen that grab make. Maybe I could have seen that grab make. That grab makes more sense.
I think your first instinct was better, like about just like going for the grab on the platform.
Yeah.
The other thing that like jumped out at me is shield drop up air. Right, because like because up air hits on the same frame as fair, right? So like they both hit on 5, so like you definitely have time for both.
Or that makes sense.
Yeah, so like you just like up air here, pop them up.
Do you get hit by slide off after that?
You can be. So that's the danger. I think if we're playing around slide off though, then we want to just do the grab.
Yeah, probably.
Mm-hmm. If we do have to like take this fair though, like let's talk about this situation because this one comes up a lot. So like we just hit this slide off. No, sorry, he just hit this slide off. So you're running towards him after post slide off. What do you think the game plan is?
I mean, I feel like one thing I'd like to do more is just like run up a little bit and then like get closer and then crouch and then play it from there.
Yeah, so I love that. Where do we want to be going with our running crouch? Like from here, where do we stop?
I think we probably stop at the. I mean, I don't know how much more Marth is going to slide from this point, but I feel like I want to be around where the cape is, assuming he's still going to move like another 1.5 character units to the left.
Okay.
That's where I'm at.
That makes sense to me. So like basically we want to be like, so on this line, where do we want to be? Like here?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. I like this spot a lot. I would consider, I would also consider as an alternative, if you wanted to, and you don't necessarily have to, but I would consider going behind him.
Oh, even going all the way in.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not mad at that either.
Yeah, because I think that like distorting our position as Sheik is quite good in general. Because, like, what we want to be doing is we don't want to, like, make it clear what he's supposed to do. Like, the last thing we want to avoid is, like, because he has more range and priority than us. Yeah. Even though we're Sheik. So while we do want to push, like, offensive, like, the offensive envelope for sure, we also want to make sure that he doesn't know where we're supposed to go. Because, like, if we're trying to, like, overshoot him, so to speak, like, running further is very strong in that regard, because like, if we think that he's going to retreat out of his landing, then this is extremely strong.
Yeah, for sure.
This is good if we think that he's going to stop where he is, but, like, let's be real here. When Marth lands and, like, we see somebody running at him, like, he doesn't always just swing. A lot of times his, like, instinct is back off.
For sure, for sure.
So, like, this gives us, because he might move in he might do here, but he also might move here. So, like, the nice thing with how his moves work, because they also work in an arc, like, they start here, they kind of come down, right? Yeah. If we can somehow get past the arc before it actually swings down, then that's another way we can win that exchange.
Right.
Because, like, getting behind him here and, like, pivot grabbing, for example, right?
Right.
Like, we would run cancel here, we'd turn, we'd grab him, and then we'd, like, back throw him or whatever, or down throw him. Like, that is a thing that sometimes happens versus him. The other cool thing about this, like, and the other cool thing is, yeah, like, if he retreats, we get him. It does have problems versus instant landing grab, but again, like, a part of this matchup is, like, conditioning him to, like, do specific outs to things.
Yeah. This makes sense. Can we go back to the clip? I want us to see how it would play out and kind of visualize it. So, like, I could have ran, so let's see. I fear him, I could run, and then, like, end up, like, right on top of him. And then,
like, he went for shield coming out of that, right? So, like, this would be a spot where, like, just continuing to run would have been really strong, right? Because
it would be super strong, because I would have had time to, you know, react and potentially grab him.
Yeah, like, I feel like if we do the crouch, we stop here.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to be in fair range. Like, we have to stop, like, kind of far back, like here. But if we go forward, then we stop here. So those are really I think that's, like, grab those, because I think that those are two pretty important points.
This is cool. This is cool. I'm gonna look for more spots to think about this as we go on.
Yeah. So yeah, like, I very much like this. I usually play for I think I play for 2 a little bit more than I should, but, like, I also just like to attack people, and I think that Marth's, like, shield and, like, retreat a lot and like do big moves on the wake up. So you know what, it's fine.
I like it.
Also, it deals with his spot dodge if he's really, like, scared of grab.
Yeah.
Because it just gives us, it gives us, like, something to just, like, run cancel. Because, like, the cool thing about run cancel is because we have great moves out of it, if we run cancel at any point that he gives us a reaction to where it's something punishable, we just, like, press the button and hit him.
Yeah.
Nice.
No,
tilt. Okay. Well, actually, after this one, I think it's actually just jump up in fair and air.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a hit. So so between stocks. Okay. Talk to me, like, what should we be doing between stocks?
Honestly, I feel like if I'm not going to go to the ledge, which is what I end up doing a lot of the times, I feel like you kind of just have to stay grounded and be tricky and not get grabbed.
Okay, that can work. But I have a simpler solution. So, Sheik, very, very, very good with platforms, right?
Uh-huh.
So, let me ask you, if we are over here, and we decide that we want to, like, bait Marth. Like, let's say that we stay under Marth, like, for a second. Like, we decide that we're going to operate within this kind of zone. Let's say around this general vicinity. Maybe a little, yeah, around here. So, if we are starting in this place, and we see Marth coming down after us, at what point can Marth no longer reach the top platform anymore? If he wants to double jump up and, like, attack there.
That's a good question. I say, like,
where would the bottom of this line go?
Maybe like slightly above the side platform.
So like here.
Something like that.
Okay, I like that. So we'll put this here.
You're saying does he have if he has a double jump? Is that the
Yeah.
condition? Yeah, I'd say slightly above the top platform.
About you mean side platform?
Oh yeah, side platform. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So would you say this line is about it?
I'd say
slightly higher.
It could be a little lower. It could be the side platform actually.
You know what? We're gonna use the higher one just because it's like this is more generous. We're gonna be nice to Marth, which disgusts me, but there's a point to this. Yes. So, what would you say would happen if we start here, like in this dot, and then we started moving, and as we see Marth commit to the direction on his way down, like after maybe he passes about this point, we then booked it this way.
Just like, okay, that sounds good.
Okay. Now, here's the cool part. After he passes this point, like, or as he starts to pass this point, like where we draw our line, what do you think would then happen if we then, out of our run or dash or whatever we're doing, we jumped up here and wave landed into shield?
It's possible that he would chase us.
But he can't reach us here because he's past this line.
Yeah, true. I mean, I guess it would just like shark under us with dash dance.
Yeah. But, I mean, if we're trying not to get grabbed...
That is helpful.
Yeah, it's like it takes it off the table. And then we're playing, like, we have light shield here. We can do shield push-off stuff. We have our powerful shield drop. We have shield drop, double jump, waveland mix-up. Like, we've got so many things to get down. We also have this side platform access. Granted, it's low, but, like, it's still something. Yeah, like, we got a ton of things to do there.
Okay, I mean, it seems like you're not as scared as being on the top platform as I am.
Why are you scared of being up there?
I guess I haven't thought enough about ways to get down. And I'm afraid of taking 90 damage and sharking.
How are you going to take 90 damage from sharking at 0 with Sheik?
I mean, these are good questions. I don't know if I could think of a really good scenario. 3 tipper up tilts in a row somehow, as I fall down on top of him foolishly.
Yeah, I feel like for that to happen, we would have to like somehow forget that this entire platform transition and all the mix-ups that are involved in it just don't exist.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. The other cool thing is, like, remember, so when Marth comes up here, like, he has to come up here with what? Like a short hop aerial, like a full hop aerial, something like, or that double jump thing, that instant double jump thing that, like, Zane does. Like, he has, like, different ways of attacking up here, but, like, how many of those are good versus shield drop aerial?
Not one of them.
Yeah, like, the only one that's really good versus it is like, the short hop, tipped up air, right?
Yeah.
So, what's kind of cool is, if we think that he's going to do exactly short hop, like, if we think that he'll do exactly short hop tipped up air, we can just wave dash, like, to outspace it, kind of.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, like, if we're shielding here, let's say we shield in the middle, because we decide to, because we want to. And he does, like, that short hop up air and hits us, like, going this way, right? Or, like, attacks us going this way. We can just, like, it only hits, like, this spot. We can just wave dash this way and, like, try to outspace it. We can even come down with, like, back air after the fact, which is, like, quite strong, because we're also moving towards the platform we want to move on. You could also do the opposite as well and just block it and move off this way.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of things. You have a lot of things at your disposal. What I would also say is don't neglect your needles, because your needles are like one of the main ways that, like, especially if he's respawned and you have a full stack, like, you can just like waveland off, shoot them at center, and like it guards your entire way down. You don't get the damage out of them very often, but you also do use up his entire serve. So like that's not bad.
That is good.
Yeah, living good.
Okay. Thanks, KirbyKaze.
Like, this is making more sense, right? Like,
yeah, for sure.
Okay, good. Because, like, yeah, like, I love this. I love, like, playing Respawn versus this guy as her.
Yeah.
She's, like, so good at it. Like, I don't know. And you, like, we could also even just go to the edge. Like, we have so much, like, she has so much to work with. It's so hard for Marth to, like, capitalize on his serve versus her. Like, because I think that the thing that Sheik struggles with is just, like, an individually powerful hit that's just, like, somewhat easy to hit or, like, efficient. Like, Fox's up smash, like, think, like, Falcon knee. Like, those are the things that she really doesn't want to see when she's, like, doing this kind of thing. But Marth just doesn't really have those, or the ones he has are in very specific spots that we can just play to avoid.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. So this is a frame thing. We can just, if we spot dodge this grab, we just grab him. We don't have to do any of this.
Okay.
I will say, like, with how you were describing this, I thought this was going to be a lot worse, but you actually look pretty, like, this doesn't look that bad. It just looks like you're missing information for, like, a lot of, no, like, you're missing knowledge about, like, how to do certain situations.
Well,
like,
I appreciate that.
No problem. So this is actually a spot where I'd say up smash is quite good.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because, like, yeah, because it does the shield damage. He stays on the platform, then the second hit goes off.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, it shield pokes a lot here. You could also do, like, you know, the Waveland grab stuff. You could aim for his leg. Short up Nair from, like, about here always hits this friggin' leg on, like, every platform. It's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, so, like, there's a lot of things you can do. One, especially in shield drop meta, I sometimes like actually... Okay, this might sound dumb, but I like actually hitting him forward sometimes here. Like when he, like, techs, if he's, like, going for slide off, I really, really like near the edge of the platform, but not exactly at the edge. I really like hitting him forward here onto towards the platform because it keeps him trapped on it.
Okay.
Because then you, like, remember, you have all the powerful ground moves afterwards, right? So, like, if you, like, auto-cancel Fair coming down and, like, hit him forward and he, like, lands here, even if he's not in stun, per se, he's just going through, like, auto-cancel landing, your buttons are so much faster, like, your buttons coming out of auto-cancel are so much faster than his going through the platform. So you can then, like, you have, like, up, unless he takes a risk with, like, counter or something. So then you have, like, you can just, like, go for up tilt after, you could F tilt after, you could short up Nair after. Like, there's so many things. You could just crouch and see if he, like, counters, or, like, it tanks a lot of his, like, panic buttons, like Fair coming down quite well too.
Yeah.
Like, you have a lot of offensive, like, power here. So I wouldn't necessarily give that up. Or I would want to, like, push harder on that, because, like, a lot of Jmook's early game versus Marth is just, like, put him on the side platform, keep him there. It doesn't matter if the hits don't technically line up, like, link up, because as long as he's stuck, like, in a spot where I can just, like, do the aerial tilt mix-up over and over and over again, with all the goodies, like, surrounding it, there's not a whole lot he can do either.
Can we go back to that first grab, and can you just, like, describe, like, how you would do that? I can't really visualize it exactly. So.
Yeah, so what I would do is, so from here, if I wanted to go for that setup, and I probably would here, I'd definitely consider it, probably would in some games. How it would look like is, from this spot where we, like, threw him, it's Sheik jumps up, slaps him here. It doesn't knock him over because of his percent, but he's gonna, like...
Oh, I see what you're saying now.
And now we land here, like, and then we can, like, go for F tilt. We have up tilt. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And, like, for him to get out of this, he has to push, like, very specific buttons, like counter, which are very risky. Or he has to, like, go for, like... He has to wait for the shield drop. Like, he has to wait for the forward tilt and go for shield drop, but also not get poked.
Yeah.
If I see him shielding, I can, like, change... Like, if I wait and see him shielding for a bit, because waiting and crouch under here is quite fine. I also have the option to just, like, up smash him. Like, that would be, like, a level 2 play where I can just go boom.
Yeah.
Like, you see how much offensive power I have, like, offensive, like, pressure I'm putting. So, like, we put him to 37-ish with, like, the Fair. Then, like, yeah, we're just with that completed, then we are just trying to, like, find a way to turn these tilts or whatever into a way to put him off.
Okay, this makes sense. I like this.
Mm-hmm. And
very cool.
Yeah, and, like, it's kind of like what Leffen does versus, like, Amsa, like what Leffen used to do versus Amsa, except, like, or like what Cody does, like, with Fox's, like, short up air and stuff, but, like, you can be so much more aggressive because of the platform height.
Yeah.
Like, the aerial into tilt is, like, the kind of classic 1-2 punch of Sheik. And, like, you know, it's not as good as it used to be, like, back in, like, you know, 2010, 2015, 2018, whatever. But, like, it is still very good when it's in the spots where it's, like, where it just overpowers the... Where, like, there's a real frame trap going on.
I mean, even in that spot, it was... That spot just there was, oh, what am I doing?
Mm-hmm. I actually like that you dash attacked there. Not gonna lie.
Oh, really? Nice. I wasn't sure.
No. So, okay, so let's talk about that. So, why do you think I like that you dash attacked instead of grabbing?
I mean, you get a more direct punish, whereas with grab, you have to do a couple more things.
Kinda. Yeah, like, if you get the grab here, I don't know if you can get the fair directly out of it. Like, they probably tech on the platform, right?
Yeah.
So then, like, either we're hitting... Assuming they just always roll in for, like, slide off, then that means we're either hitting them this way, in which case we don't really get a good send-off. We have to, like, then do, like, an actual combo. Yeah. Or we're hitting them across the platform, which means that we're, like, losing all of our knockback when they hit this thing.
For sure, yeah.
Whereas dash attack, like, do you know what angle dash attack sends at?
Not necessarily.
Huh?
Not necessarily.
Okay, well, we're gonna learn.
Alright.
So, we'll do it this way, so, like, this is a circle-ish. Dash attack going this way sends, like, here.
Okay, cool.
So, like, what that means is your range of DIs on it are going to be between, like, here and here, right? And you're going to be able to, like, go about here versus here. So you'll notice it's kind of like Falco's Shine.
Ooh.
Right? So you can't really go through it.
Yeah.
So, like, this is why I really like this here, because either this is off stage, this sets up for fair, this sets up for fair, and probably some of these middle ones also set up for fair. The only one that doesn't set up for fair, the only one I'm a little dicey about whether it sets up for fair or not, is the one that also sends him the furthest off stage from the dash attack trajectory itself.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it just does, you know, like Sheik Sheik wants to edge guard, this creates an edge guard.
Yeah, that's true. That makes sense.
Yeah.
What was that edge? That seems kind of bad.
We wanted to grab the edge here, I think.
Yeah.
So, like, if we grab the edge here, what do you think the play is after? Let's say we grab here. What do you think the play is?
Yeah. See, my gut is that I can drop down Bair here.
Yeah.
All right, boom.
He's in the zone. He's in the box.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
That.
Yeah, he was in the bear box, so yeah, we can just bear him. I like to think that you knew that because you remembered the bear box. If not consciously, then subconsciously.
Yeah, it was deep in the sub.
Yeah. And you know what? Sometimes we're just deep in the sub, and that's okay.
I wish I played this side platform situation a little better.
That's okay. They're not easy. Like, there's learning. They are probably, so I would say that how you pressure people with Sheik is probably, like, the biggest, like, part of, like, the learning curve on this character. Because a lot of the on-stage stuff is pretty simple, because she's like a very classical character.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I will say that your knowledge of how to do those spots with Fox will help you, because he has similar frame traps with a lot of his stuff too. It's just that Sheik needs to emphasize them even more, because that's kind of what her kit is built to do. So,
well, could we go back to that side platform situation?
Yeah.
There?
So which one? This?
Yeah, let's start here. So here, I don't know. What do you think about that?
I think that I think we're being a little fancy. So, like, here.
Yeah, I agree.
So I guess the thing that I'm wondering is that, like, okay, so we pop him up onto this platform, right? Yeah. Why are we immediately jumping? Because, like, if we dash forward, so, like, the way that I would align myself here is, like, when I see him here, my gut is I want to dash forward, like, or walk forward a little bit, and basically get myself into the middle of like, underneath the platform in the middle.
Okay.
So the reason I want to do that is because, wait, what the heck? Okay, so I want to, arrow! Why is this not working? Tool, please cooperate. Oh, opacity 0? What the heck? How did it do that? I didn't... Okay, whatever. So I want to go here.
Yeah.
With my dash or walk or wait or something. Because the way I view it is, once I'm here, I can cover everything how I want to, basically.
Yeah.
So, like, if he rolls to the edge here, he might slide off, but, like, do we really care?
Yeah.
Because, like, if we just short hop fair onto this platform and then, like, fall through needle or, like, run off needle, like, we don't really care that he, like, slid off, right?
Nope.
And then if he, like, goes forward like that, if he rolls inward like this, we can just jump back and, like, fair him anyway, and, like, and hit him forward, like, keep him in the corner, or potentially, like, run over and, like, up air him this. Like, we have a lot of stuff, basically. So I kind of think that, like, because he's got so few options, because all of his, like, like, his entire no tech and tech in place condition and tech roll away are captured by, like, us moving here and just covering this side. Yeah, we just have really good coverage, like, on everything by just moving forward a bit.
Right.
Yeah. You could go onto the platform, too. There's nothing wrong. Like, if we go onto the platform, though, I think we want to be going for the grab.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so, like, the other route that I think makes a ton of sense would be, like, go here, waveland, and then, like, again, because it's still getting the same benefit of this positioning, except we're going for, like, something that's a bit more of a combo move as opposed to a finisher.
Yeah.
So, like, I'd say that, yeah, grab is, like, good, or look for kill.
Word.
Mm-hmm. It's also worth noting that Marth can't slide off on up air forever. I don't think that he can at, like, I don't know exactly what percent he's at. I think it's, yeah, like, I don't think he can even do it on up air anymore. So if you wanted to, like, look for a bigger combo, like, up air sends him kind of high, but, like, you have ways of, like, juggling him if you wanted to play for that as well. I probably wouldn't here personally, but, like, it's more about, like, it's on the table.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the fact that, like, it's on the table might also incentivize, like, because Marth's ECB on some frames of his roll, like, no tech roll forward and tech roll forward and like tech roll back and stuff, like, he's off the platform for a little bit, for parts of it. So using that effectively can be quite important with Sheik.
Okay.
Like, yeah, it's like when Zane does his up airs and, like, times them for, like, the last frame of, like, the tech roll, because, like, Fox is off the platform, like, for a little bit.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah. Because it is how he works. And then I think that's all in the playlist. Do we have
There's a 3-minute, 18-minute one. I don't think we watched that one.
3-minute, 18 one. I think we did watch this one.
Did we?
I
guess we did. Did we? Maybe we did.
I think we did.
I think we did.
It was like this one is the one we didn't get through. Like, do you have the SLP for this one?
Yeah, let me see real quick.
Yeah, if you can send that over, like, we can take a look at that one.
Sure. I want to talk a little bit about neutral too during this these couple of this last few minutes, and then do a little summary if possible.
Yeah, for sure. So for neutral, what do you want to talk about with neutral?
Using needles is, like, my main thing. Like, that's the main thing I've been thinking about lately. I'm sending you the slippy now. Just, like, figuring out how to use needles to, like, get closer to Marth. And also dealing with down tilt. These are, like, the two main things I've been thinking about lately.
Okay, why do we have to get close to Marth, though?
To get a grab without having to deal with the spaced aerials is my thought.
I mean, that makes sense, but, like, can't we make him come to us? We're the character with the projectile and, like, the buttons the buttons, like, in like the better buttons in neutral. Like, I would think that, like, the challenge should be him getting in on us, not the other way around. At least some of the time.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Like, here, so... Okay, so that's, like, a slide-off situation. That's, like, a thing you'll have to learn. But, like, that's, like... Because, yeah, sliding off with her, very, very, very important. Yeah, like we're weaving around him a lot, and I'm not sure what we're looking for. Like when I see Sheik's like dashing around, like running around like this, I just don't know what we're really looking for. I get the impression we don't know what we're doing because I don't know why we're not like what are we like? Why do we want to be so close to him when none of our moves work?
Yeah, that makes sense. You got to get percent first.
Yeah, so like let's start with just where we begin. So we get this like back here, right? When he starts like playing over here, we could like go over and challenge him if we wanted to, but like what if we just headed over to the other side of the stage?
Yeah.
Because then we can charge our needles. If he chases us, we can then wall him out with our back air, or like look for, you know what I mean? Like we have options that we can use to keep him out as he's coming forward.
Yeah.
Like that is something that I would be considering.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. We also can like use the platforms to set up traps with our needles too. So like here, like this is a good image. Let's make a diagram. So I would say one thing that's like important with this one is let's think about like how the needles influence space. If we're in the air, like let's pretend that we're like over here. So like this is maybe where Sheik is, like somewhere around here. I'm sure you've seen this before, but like, you know, the needle, like kind of like the air needles to like call it to like protect this zone. Yeah. Yeah. So why do you think they do that?
Why do the needles protect that zone?
Why do Sheik players do that?
Why do Sheik players? I mean, in the prediction of the purple X lets you come down safely.
Yeah. So then if we come down, like if we're like, let's say we're starting from this top, like this from on top of the platform. So we come down safely here, like we're going from here, we're moving down here. What do we do on the way down?
After throwing the needles?
Yeah.
Charge more needles?
Yeah, why not? Because, like, remember, then we're zoning a different space, aren't we? Because, like, then we're shooting like this.
True.
So, like, we're creating, like, different zones that he has to, like, stop and, like, pay attention to what we're doing or come forward. How reactable do you think all this is for him?
He kind of, once he sees the needle flicker, he kind of has to make a decision, and he can't, like, really react to the needles being thrown unless he's pretty far away, so it's not the most reactable thing.
Yeah, like if he's like this close, it's probably really hard, right?
Yeah, it's hard.
And if he's this far away, and how does he react usually? Like what? Like shield maybe?
He'll shield or he'll go to the platform.
Okay, cool. So what if we store the needles?
Then we're lit.
Yeah, because then we could just like head up here and like threaten anyway, or like just keep storing them while his shield is like here.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? Like we don't actually have to make him come. Like we don't have to use it as a way to like make him like come like as a way to get in. We can use it to make him come to us and play on our terms. Because like the other cool thing here is that once because of shield drop being what it is, we're not helpless on this platform either. Even if he gets into a good position, because we have like. You know, we have the option to, like, put up our shield. We can come down with our shield drop back air. Like, shield drop back air covers, like, if this is our shield drop back air basically hits in, like, this zone all the way down, right?
Yeah.
So, like, this is, like, a giant wall that he's, like, that's not trivial for him to deal with. And when we combine it with the movement mix-ups with our, like, fast, with our fast waveland around here, too, like, this is very not trivial. We can come down here, we can head over here, we can come down here, we can come down here. If we don't go into shield, like if we're using our dash dance, that also like makes this more complicated. Because again, Marth coming forward, he's going to swing. He swings with curves, right? So like he can swing this zone, but like we have this whole platform to work with. So like what if we go here? All of a sudden we're like avoiding it.
Yeah.
He also can't really rising aerial into our shield drop safely. So, yeah, like we have a ton to work with here. And all of this works in service of getting the chip we need. Like this works in service of getting the chip we need, forcing him out of our space, getting us access to needles, and or access to the ground if we want it. where we have our grab. Even below, like, even at these low percents, there's still a utility in opening up the ground because, yeah, that's where we get our big payoff move.
Mm-hmm.
And then at higher percents, like if he was, say, at like 30, for example, then getting down here is very valuable because we have more threats than him.
Mm-hmm.
So the neutral of this matchup is like, it's... The way that it works to me is the two of them are good at very similar things in that they're both very powerful mid-range fighters with a ton of range and a ton of like advantage state when they have center stage or somebody above them. Like they both really, really thrive in those kinds of positions.
Mm-hmm.
What makes Sheik better than Marth in this fight, or more suited to beating her opponent in this fight, is that she plays the platform, she plays the stage more completely. Because she's better on the ledge, she's better on the platforms, so the danger zones that Marth, like the kind of like secondary advantage states, or like the sort of but not really advantage states that like come after the juggles or like tech chasing or combos or whatever, Sheik generally bounces back from those better than Marth does. Mm-hmm. And can also, like, and because of her projectiles, she also, like, controls the pace of the game a little bit more firmly. Mm-hmm. In that Marth can't play full screen, but she can. Mm-hmm. And when you add on that she's also the better character in close quarters because of her powerful buttons, while Marth is a little bit better at mid-range, it's really easy for her to steer the fight away from that into one of the spots where she is better than him. And the second you know where Marth is, like, going with his movement, he's toast.
Gotcha.
Because, like, his whole thing is like, the whole thing he has is that he has the most dynamic, versatile movement option in the game, like, movement style in the game, attached to, like, incredible tools. But, like, he doesn't really have a whole lot up close or on defense, so... Like... I would say one thing that I would be looking for is more dash, like more burst options. Like after this down tilt, I would be considering like dash attacking and boost grabbing.
Yeah, yeah.
Because like look at how he moves after it too. Like so after he goes for them, he like retreats. So like we attack like here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's important. This is also why running up and crouching, like when we're in this kind of mid-range fighting position and just like playing footsie with each other, running up and crouching, like running up and just going into run or ASDIing down while you're running, very, very, very strong, especially against his weak hits. So like a lot of the fight revolves around establishing this position and then kind of like breaching it by running and then either observing or anticipating where Marth is going after. Because, we benefit a lot from being able to force those interactions. Alternatively, you just don't even deal with it. Like, if you know he's going to, like, back off, like, we just charge needles. We go in with full set of needles after the fact.
Well, if he's just going to spam down tilt in that spot, it seems like backing off would be fine.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yep. Love that. Nice.
Thank you.
A lot of people would not... I think a lot of people would have gone for the tilt, and then he probably would have had a chance to DI it, like, far off stage, and we would have had to deal with a high Marth recovery, which is not ideal. So, like, you going for the grab to secure the kill facing off stage, very, 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 very savvy. Like, it's simple, but, like, the simple things are really how you win with this character. Like, it's all about getting the basics right. Let's talk about this recovery. So we won't have time for doing this whole match, but one thing that you're gonna want to get into the habit of, you see, like, watch where he is as you're like turning sideways. So he has double jumped pretty like high up. Because of like, and it's hard to see because of like because of Pokemon Stadium. But one thing you want to watch for is how high they are when they're double jumping when you're doing this at B. Because if they double jump really high, that means that they're probably not. Yeah. So this is how you extend your life as Sheik.
Word.
So let's kind of do a quick recap because I do have someone at 5. What are some things that you have learned that you think are important?
Well, I'll just say that watch out for. I'm gonna write this down. Watch out for high Marth double jumps when he's at the ledge. if it's high, you can go to ledge because he's melee.
Yeah, and he might like fast fall to mix you up, but you can tell when he can do that.
Okay. It's like not, I guess, shifting my mental state towards being like he's the one that has to approach me, and then I can kind of like wall him out with aerials if necessary, instead of just like thinking about like I need to be the one that makes the plays.
Yeah, and like I think it's important to remember we don't need to bring the fight to him. We can. We are very capable of that, but we don't have to.
Yeah. And then no, I was thinking about respawn. You know, once he's made a commitment towards going one direction, I can go the other direction and then use the top platform, and then I have mix-ups there, and I can take my time there, and I can also use needles to cover myself in whatever direction I want to run towards. So if I want to run to the left, I want to make sure the left is safe. Then I can throw needles to the right, and that'll cover my left.
Yeah.
We talked about the platform situations, just like the idea of keeping Marth on the side platforms with tilts and bears, and that being a really strong position for you in the early game. So I'm definitely gonna look into that on the non-FOD stages and see how good players play that. And then
yeah, and I would lastly say pushing your positioning game past his like pushing your positioning game on him with running crouch.
Yeah.
With running crouch plus overshoots, e.g. dash attack boost grab. Because like once you have that mid-range position established, you want to be able to like press on him harder. And this is how like press on him harder and call out like the habits he's doing, because again, he doesn't have a very big kit of like powerful things after he misses. It's just the things he has are very good, so there are going to be patterns there. So this is how you deal with those.
Yeah. Word.
Yeah. I gotta go, but if you just before I do, this is good. Like this structure worked for you. Do you have any feedback for me? Just in parting.
No, this was good. I'm looking forward to working on this stuff. Did you record this by chance?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, sick. Yeah, I mean, this is cool.